You know, one of the things I try and pride myself on is bringing to public attention the things that the media does not. At the end of the day, media, mainstream media, all of the channels that people so rely on, they're washed up, they're done, because people are realising that they have a narrative to spin, they have a narrative they have to keep control of. And in the advent of the World Wide Web, in the advent of things like YouTube, they're losing control of that narrative and start throwing tropes here, there and everywhere, far right being one of them. Well, I want to give you a couple of examples, and the first one is very important, and it's happening this Thursday, and you can see from this thumbnail here that I've just put on the screen, there is going to be a very important appeal hearing on Thursday at the Royal Courts of Justice in London. I'm going to be there. The hearing's going to be from 10 o'clock in the morning. And what's happening is the fact that there was a problem in the Runcorn and Helsby by-election that returned Sarah Poachin as a Reform MP. That problem was picked up on by Graham Moore, leader of the English Constitution Party. There's already been legal process regarding this at the beginning of the year, and a petition hearing has been granted for early November in Chester, which is the nearest court available to the Runcorn and Helsby constituency. This is allowed under the Representation of the People's Act, and this is how it's being pursued. Well, what the returning officer could have done was ask for an individual ballot recount, every single ballot, to make sure everything was as it should be. But no, instead, using council taxpayers' money, an appeal hearing has been scheduled to try and stop the petition hearing going on in November. Now, the point I'm trying to make is, where in the mainstream media have you seen this? Because if electoral fraud is proven or is judged to be proven within a court of law, it sets a precedent that could in fact bring down the entire government. I'm the only one talking about this. No BBCs, no ITVs, no nothing. Funny that, huh? If you are in England, if you are in or around London and you're able to get there and support Graham on the 16th, please do so at 10 in the morning. Very, very important. Actually, get there before it starts. You need to get in the gallery so you don't piss the judges off. The other thing as well, you remember this picture here? Reform Sarah, as she was at the time, well, she was arrested at a demonstration at the Bell Hotel in Epping and was called things like far right, extreme and all the rest of it, and she was bundled so hard by the old bill she nearly got one of her arms broken. Well, again, Sarah, if it wasn't for alternative media, would have been badged a far-right extremist. She'd have had the book thrown at her lock, stock and barrel, and nobody would have been any the wiser. I found and contacted Sarah through her social media, and she agreed to have an interview with me. I'll leave the link to that interview as an end screen at the end of this. You can go and see it, and put her in contact with other contacts of mine through YouTube, so people get to understand what she's all about. Well, what she's done recently, well, this morning in fact, has moved over to Advance. You can see that in this video here.
As of today, I am no longer a candidate for the Reform Party, led by Nigel Farage. After much consideration and reflection, I have decided to step away from Reform. I have come to realise that my strengths do not necessarily lie in becoming a councillor, and more importantly, that my political beliefs and values no longer align with those of the Reform Party. I would never try to persuade or pressure anyone to follow me or to share my views. However, I strongly believe that as individuals, we must always stay true to our own morals and convictions. For me, that belief runs deep, and it would be wrong of me to remain in a party that I no longer truly believe in. I am choosing a path that reflects my values and my vision for a Britain that is safe, fair and secure. I am proud to stand alongside those who believe in honest leadership, open discussion, and real change. I want to thank Reform for the people I've met along the way, and I truly wish them all the best moving forward. I'll continue to speak up, stand strong, and never apologise for standing by what I believe in. It is for these reasons that I have now decided to align myself with and officially join the Advance Party, led by Ben Habib, a party whose principles and vision I fully support. So thank you to everyone who's supported me. The best is yet to come.
So all of these, when you put them up together, are all little things that the alternative voices will bring to you that you won't hear anywhere else. You know, I don't consider myself alternative media. In fact, far from it. I'm just a working class bloke that drives a taxi and I got a gob. But I can bring information to light. And you've got so many others out there as well, which are all trying to do the right thing for the right reasons at the right time. It's an incredible network out there, and long may it continue. Anyway, that's just 2 examples. Let me know what you think in the comments. As always, thanks for listening. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Toodaloo.